Hey everybody, we are live with Friday Connect. We do this every Friday for those of you that are new. We do this at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's basically a free training for real estate agents to grow the real estate business, whether that's in production, real estate marketing, everything we do here, we want to help you grow your business. So if you ever have anything that you want us to cover, feel free to reach out to us and let us know that topic. We'd love to cover those things that everybody needs help with in the moment. So again, we do these every Friday. You can see all of our Friday Connect trainings, current and future, even past events, all on our FridayConnect.net website. You can register for new trainings on there. There's also if you scroll down that page, there's a section for our YouTube videos. All of these trainings will be put on our YouTube video later. So if you missed it or you want to go back and review something, those can all be catched there on our Friday Connect YouTube channel. And then on top of that, we have marketing resources and things for you, both free and paid, if you need help in your business with that. And if you're interested in partnering with us at eXp Realty inside the Agent Wolfpack and getting all of our training resources, courses, and coaching for free, you can take a look at booking a call with us to see what that looks like for your business. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jacob Shireman. I am one of the hosts of Friday Connect. I host this with Armilla Rajasingham, and she couldn't be here today, so I'm doing the training. You're stuck with me. And we do this every Friday, something that we do together. I am a marketing person. I've been in marketing for over 16 years. And my specialty is in web design and SEO, which is great because this is why I love to talk about this topic today. We're going to be covering kind of Google business profile hacks and how you can generate more leads and clients with your Google business profile, a free resource that you have. And so this is kind of my space and my authority to talk on that. I love to help people with this because SEO is a great way to basically put some time into your website and your Google business profile or your YouTube channel and see the results of that over time where you can get free leads and not have to rely on paid advertising to grow your real estate business and scale. And so that's what I'll be talking about today. A little bit about my background. I am a realtor in Houston area with eXp Realty and a global team leader as well. And then I basically owned my own marketing company for over 14 years. And I partnered with Armilla and we owned Mift Media, which is a full service marketing company. And then we're also the co-founders of kvCORE, which is basically a social media content platform for real estate agents where you can get social media content and strategies daily. So you don't have to think about what to post and how to grow your social media following. So if you want to learn more about that, go to kvCORE.social. There's even a free version for those of you that are in our group that get it for free. You can check it out and explore that as well. So let's go ahead and dive into today's topic. We're talking about Google Business Profile, and this is super important. I recently did a training on this in eXp University, and when I was doing my research, I realized that the statistic is that 56% of local businesses haven't even claimed, or only 56% of local businesses have claimed their Google business profile. And it's gone through many name changes. It used to be Google Plus, like almost a social media platform. And then it turned into Google My Business and Google Business. And now Google Business and Google Maps have merged, and that's how you manage it now. But it is so important because this one is a free resource. So just like social media, this is a free resource. But why I like this kind of platforms better is there is a statistic that says that organic SEO, so search engine optimization, how you're found when you're searching, organic SEO brings in 1,000% more traffic than organic social media. So if you want to kind of pour yourself into the organic side, it's better for you to pour into your website's SEO, your Google business profile SEO, your YouTube videos SEO, because that will drive more traffic and more views and potentially more leads to your real estate business. So what we're going to talk about today with the Google business profile is, I shouldn't have to convince you to have it, but what happens is, like that statistic I told you that 56% of businesses have only claimed it. Well, that means that the others haven't. But the sad thing is, of that 56% that have claimed it, not everybody is using it. They think everything with SEO is just set it and forget it. And if you heard me talk about anything, if you want to go do your own research, SEO is an ongoing thing. You have to constantly be regularly making updates, because especially platforms and search engines like Google, they want to see if your content is still relevant. Are you constantly putting out content, or did it just kind of go static and stagnant, and now you're not putting out anything that's going to push it down, in those search results, and push you down because you don't have relevant, up-to-date content. So the more you can update your website by adding blogs, and we've talked about that, and same thing with your Google business profile, the more that you can update it on a regular basis, the better. And so what I'm going to do is share my screen and just kind of walk through the different functionalities of your Google business profile. So if you're on a computer and you have another screen or something, and I would recommend you go pull up your Google business profile and kind of watch and click with me, or definitely pull up this video later and do that, because I'm going to show you some easy things that you can do on a regular basis to update your Google business profile, and use some of the features that you don't think apply to the real estate business to really help you get those keywords in there and actually start becoming the top search result for real estate in your area and dominate your local market with local SEO. So let me share my screen. So I'm gonna have to move this over here. So let me go ahead and do that. And screen. All right, so everybody should be able to see my screen. You can throw it in the chat if you can see my screen, that would be great. All right, so awesome. So when we look at Google Business Profile, I just Googled my page. So if you haven't set up your profile, you definitely need to do that. I know one thing that really throws people off when they set it up, especially for brokerages like eXp, we don't necessarily have our own office base. We do have an office address locally, but that's usually just for eXp itself. So a lot of people, work from home and they're worried about what address to put. Go ahead and put your actual home or mailing address that you have. I do have like a mailbox that's at a real business, so it's not a PO box. So it actually has a real address. You could do something like that. Or just have it sent to your home, because what you're going to do is when you edit your profile is that you're going to remove the address and not let it display. The only reason you have to give it an address in the beginning is that piece of mail to verify it has to get to you. And they're working on other verification methods. I've seen now they'll do video. You can send in a video to verify who you are. But the standard way still is for them to mail a postcard to you, and then there's a code on there, and then you're going to enter that code to verify your page. So I'm going to assume everybody has a Google business page. And now with Google Business, it used to be an app for it on your phone to manage it. So now they merged with Google Maps, because it pretty much is the same thing. So when they merged with the apps, now you'll manage your actual Google business profile. You can manage it with the Google Maps app, and down in the corner, right-hand corner, there's a button to see businesses, your business, and then your whatever profile you're logged into with Google Maps on your phone will show up. Another way is just to Google your business, or go into the Google Maps actual page and log in that way. So if I Google J&M Realty Group, which is our real estate team, you see our page right here. And because I'm logged into my profile up here, I can see all of these options. So not everybody's going to see this. And so when you get here, this is when we really want to set up our profile. So first thing we're going to go through is kind of optimizing our profile just with the basics. And so if we go to edit profile, you're going to see too, a lot of people struggle with the business names, okay? And what happens is a lot of people want to put, Jacob Shireman, eXp Realty, or they want to come up with a group name. And I will tell you, if you are an individual person and you don't have to do kind of a business name, I would 100% from branding aspect to 15 years plus in marketing, just do your name, because nobody's searching for your brand. People nowadays even more want to connect with a person, not a business. Especially with all these local movements and not to shop chains and eat at chains and support local businesses, people are Googling your name. You want to build that brand and your name. Even if you have a group like us, you can see right in here, our business name is not J&M Realty Group. Nobody's searching for that. People are going to search for Jacob Shireman, Miguel Gutierrez when they get our business cards. They're not searching for that J&M Realty Group. And then pick the area that you want. The smaller you can niche down in your area, the better, especially when you're working on website SEO. Don't try to go for, the metropolitan area. If you live in a metropolitan area, niche down into one of the suburbs and things like that. And we're actually going to be updating ours to even niche down into the area we live in. Because if you can master the SEO in that area, it's just going to kind of branch out. And most people, they want to go for the big area because they think there's more business for them there. But if you niche down to your local area and you dominate that, there is plenty of business in that small suburb or that smaller county. And plus, people are still searching for it, and you're not competing with all these other search results and have to compete with high competition keywords, which we're going to go over here in a little bit. So I recommend your business name, just keep it your first, last name, and then a dash, and then do whatever city you're trying to rank for. So whether it's Houston, Sugar Land, whatever that area is, and then you could choose the word real estate or real estate agent, whatever you want. I recommend doing that. So obviously business category is a real estate agent, and then give a description. In your description, you want to make sure you give a full description. ChatGPT can help you write this. And the best thing is when you're telling it to write a description about your business, I'll straight up tell it. Remember, ChatGPT is your assistant, so you got to tell it what you want. So I will go in there and say, I need to write a description for my Google business profile. This is my business. I'm a realtor in this area. I service these areas. I want to use these keywords. And then you tell it, it'll write the copy for you. And then I always have to edit a little bit because it tries to make it sound more fancy than what it needs to be. And remember, SEO and things like that, 6th grade reading level is about where you want to be. And so get a good description in there. Make sure your area's in there. Keywords like real estate, realtor, buying, selling, all of those keywords are in there. Your contact phone number, your website, your social media profile. So you can put all your social media profiles in here. And again, that's just cross networking all of those. And so especially your YouTube channel should definitely be listed because now you can cross SEO those as well. Your business locations, your service area. So I don't have a business location right now. We only do in-home basically or meet out in public. So your service areas. Now service areas too, you can niche down those. So for instance, like in the area I live in, which is Richmond, I'm on the Richmond-Katy border. There's a predominant neighborhood called the Cinco Ranch area. So it's not a city, but it is a geographical location. So a lot of people want to be in the Cinco Ranch area, and that's what they're going to search for, homes for sale in Cinco Ranch. So make sure you have those popular neighborhoods. If you live in a downtown, you have Midtown, Uptown. Like here we have the Heights, Montrose. So make sure those areas are listed because sometimes people really want to be in a specific area and make sure you're getting found for that. So make sure you have your service areas, your business hours set, and then even here, this doesn't apply to everybody, but sometimes people want to go and relate with somebody. So my business partner, my spouse, he's Hispanic and he's a veteran. So we're definitely going to choose those as well. They have Asian owned, Black owned, Latino owned, LGBTQ plus owned, veteran owned, and women owned. So if any of those apply to you, check those that you want to be known for. And it's going to put that in your profile that, this is a veteran owned business. And some people are loyal to those things. So why not stand out for that? Especially if people search for veteran owned businesses in an area, you're going to pop up as well. So planning, I always tell them appointment is required. So this is, if you do have an address, they just don't show up. And then as well as you can put your languages that you speak. So if you're bilingual, trilingual, or multilingual, definitely choose all of the languages that you are able to help people with. So we have English and Spanish, and that's your basic business information, super simple to set that up. So let me go. Okay. And so if you have questions, you can put them in. I'll try to get to them since it's only me today. I'll try to get them as we go. But make sure at least the basic profiles are set up. You have images in there. You have your logo. See our logos here in the corner. We have an image of us. Put as many images of yourself. You can upload images of you out and about at a property, things like that. Just helps people to see who you are and better build rapport. Because the great thing about SEO that most people don't think of versus paid ads, and especially when you're doing video, people already feel like they know you. This is why I like YouTube, because if people watch me in a training like this for real estate, they don't have to guess what I look like, what I sound like, how I act. They're going to get a sense of who I am. And it takes that cold lead that you've never met in person and automatically warms them up and builds trust with them, because you're going to build that connection. So just make sure you have as much as you can, both videos and photos on your pages. Now, another good aspect of your page is to get as many reviews as you can. And this page is a starter page for us, so we need more reviews. But what you need to do is, a lot of people are new agents. They're like, well, I don't have any clients yet. Reviews are not just about you buying and selling. If you've worked with people in the past, family members, friends, ask everybody to give a review, and you could give kind of a sample of, since they haven't bought a house or sold a house with you, what can they speak to? They can speak to your character, especially if they've worked with you as maybe a previous manager or coworker. They can speak to your workability. Are you reliable? Do you get things done on time? Or do you show up on time? Are you trustworthy? Do you go above and beyond? Have them write just a simple review, and goal is to get at least 10 right away. So that way people have that social proof. And the more 5-star reviews you have, the more Google's going to push you, because obviously if there's a lot of social interaction, a lot of positive feedback from clients, it's a trustworthy source to push. Remember, Google doesn't want to taint the reputation on who they should push on that first page or in those search results. So the more reviews you can have, the better. Now, a great way to send out a review is if you have something like MailChimp or a CRM or any type of email marketing software. You can click read reviews, and there's a get more review button, right? And so when you do that get more review, you can automatically shoot it into an email, a WhatsApp, Facebook. But this link right here, if you copy that and put it into an email and ask people to leave a review and speak about your character and what it's like to work with you, have people go to that. So this is a great way. And then once you work with clients, have this a part of your workflow, that the moment the transaction closes, you have this going out to automatically capture their review. And this is the link that you would use for that. So that's how you would get to it. Messages. Most of you probably don't know that people can message you directly from the page. So this is something that you can manage, and this can be done in the Google Maps app as well. But you can actually have people message you in real time on here. So this is a great way to capture them as well, to answer people in the moment when they're looking to get a question. So make sure you have that enabled. Go add some photos. This is where you can check the performance. Once you get going, you can check to see how many people saw your page, how many people clicked a link, how many people clicked the call button. So it kind of lets you know how you're doing, and you should see a steady growth in that. But this is where the meat of this kind of workshop will be today, is utilizing things that we can update on a regular basis, all right? And one of those things is with post, okay? So if we click this little down arrow, we can add updates. And there's an update section. You can update this just like social media. So every time I release a video, I try to put it here as well. So if you click here, that is literally the thumbnail from my YouTube video. And then I came in here. Oops, sorry. Let me go back. When you click here, sorry, it's just going back to everything I was just on. So with that update, you can see the more I put stuff in there. Now, the caveats when you're posting an update, don't just do it like social media. You want less text and more focus, and you don't need to put your contact phone number, all of that. Google doesn't really want that because it's already on your profile. So one of the great things is if you're using something like Buffer and you're putting out regular social media content, the great thing about those platforms is you can edit what the post looks like for each platform. So you could write your post, keep it the same for Facebook and Instagram, but on the Google Business post, you can trim it down a little bit and just do a simple footer like this where your name is in there, your group or your brokerage is in there. I put the U.S. Army veteran in there. So again, we're trying to get those people that want to work with veteran-owned businesses, and then just keep it simple. To one paragraph to maybe 3 small ones like this, and just make sure those keywords in there. Like, look, moving to Fulshire, Texas. Living in Fulshire, Texas, right here. So those are some keywords like, what is it like to live in Fulshire? What does it take to move to Fulshire? And then all of those things. So your post in there, and you can use whatever you want for post size. They started out as about 1200 by 900 pixels. Now I would just tell you honestly to just do the Instagram post size, which is 1080 by 1080. Most of you guys are using Canva. So make sure that you're posting there. Oh, I'm glad it's helpful. Now, somebody asked about hashtags. Yes, keywords are a must. Hashtags you can use. I do use them in some posts. I don't do them in every one, and I don't do 10 of them. I might do 2, 3 max, but they need to be actually thoughtful hashtags, not just, just some random hashtag. Just make sure that the hashtag is really a kind of a keyword, but you can use them. But it's not like social media where it's going to separate your post by hashtags. Just another way to add keywords in there. So these are some examples of the posts. So this was, my YouTube video. So if you click learn more, it's going to take you to the YouTube video. And then let's keep going back. So there again, a YouTube video. And then do stuff like this where, go down, sorry. So, this is a part of our Karuvi platform. This is literally a straight up social media post from Karuvi that it gives you the template like that, and it gives you the concepts. I just trimmed it down, right? And then here you go. Here's some hashtags. Houston real estate, first time home buyers, okay? Same footer, but on this one, instead of taking them to my website, I like the call now button. Now, on some social media scheduling platforms, they don't have the call now button. You do need to make sure your phone number is linked, which we'll go over. But I like the call now because I want them to call me. The whole point is to get them on the phone. I don't want a text message from them or an email. I want to talk to them and actually set something in stone and hear their voice. This is the only best way to convert a lead, is to talk to them. So I like the call now. But if you have something relevant, maybe it was like first time home buyers guide, you could link them to that landing page to download that as well. But I'll show you some other ways to do that. So anytime that you go under contract like we did, put that up there. Hey, we just sold a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Put that up there. Let them know that you're doing business and things like that. So the rule of thumb is I would generally try to post at least once a day if you can. Okay, if that's too much for you, a minimum 3 times a week. So just do the same thing. You can literally go in an hour and literally schedule your posts. Your pictures don't have to be anything special. Remember, it's not about the picture. This isn't social media. What this is about on Google Business is all about the text, right? It's all about what you are saying in the post and those keywords. So just literally a generic picture like this, don't even have to have text on it. You'll see some other ones where I don't even have text, okay? And I'm talking about little things. I could literally have, like in this first time home buyers, let's say I had 5 tips on buying a home. Each tip could be a post update. So I could post all of that in one day. I could break it out through the week, but I would literally just put one tip for buying a home, getting pre-approved, talk about that importance in one paragraph. And because you don't want too much text, okay? This isn't a blog. It's just a quick update. It's what it's meant to be. So don't overwhelm it with long text, but make sure you're updating regular. You can add updates. You can even have an event. If you're going to do maybe, I saw somebody farming their local neighborhood, and they worked with a mortgage person and a title company. They all chipped in and bought one of those, like a 55-inch flat screen TV, which is like probably $400 at Costco. and then they were giving away some gift cards to local businesses. And the way you entered was you came in, you gave all of your information, put it in the iPad, and then you actually referred people. So every referral you gave was a ticket for the raffle, and they raffled all that stuff off. And so you could add events like this that you're doing locally here in there. So it's searchable when people search for events, that Google page comes up, this event could show up in there. So that's another thing that you can do to promote yourself locally. Okay. So make sure you're updating regularly on that. And just use the same stuff you're using on social media. You don't have to overcomplicate this thing. Okay. We did talk about calls. If you're doing calls, make sure your calls are set up. And then also your booking too is another thing you can optimize. You can have a book button and integrate, a third-party application, or you could just put in your link to your online booking tool like Calendly. You can add multiple links. Maybe you got one for buyers, one for sellers. What we do with our Calendly is we have one for buyers and sellers and people looking to rent. And then we ask them in the questions, are you looking to buy or sell? Because sometimes they're doing both, right? So why lock them into one appointment? So we ask them a lot of questions after they booked to know what kind of appointment it is, but put it in there, let people book. The whole point of this is easy because most people are going to find you here. And if they can interact with you completely on here, you're going to rank better than anybody else. Okay. So some other things to look at here as well, and this is probably the biggest one, is not only the updates, but the products category. This is probably my favorite thing because before we were not using this. And then I was kind of searching around and I happened to see on somebody's page that they just had a link for a home that they listed. And I got to thinking, I was like, oh, wait, we do have products, right? We sell homes. We might not have a listing, but there's homes for sale in the area. So you can add products. And then the best thing is these add the keywords because your product categories. So you can see here, my product categories are homes for sale, buying a home. You can do selling your home. You can do a sold category. You can do real estate resources, real estate services, and those could be your category. And the cool thing is you could come over here, and if we click on one of these, I made this in Canva. You can literally just do the Instagram size post. I use the same one for everything. I just change out the image. And then right here, the product is homes for sale in Richmond, Texas. So if you live in an area where you cover several cities, you can do the county, and I'm going to show you how to do one in real time today. But look, right here, I had ChatGPT write this. I told him that I wanted to write this for my Google business page, and I wanted to write what it's like to some information about Richmond, Texas, where it's located, what it's like to live there, and why people are moving there. And please include these keywords. And so it wrote this text for me. I edited a little bit. I even looked how to put the highways in. So it's all about geographical location. So one thing with these products that you can do, and even your updates, is even put addresses in there. So homes sold or listings that you have. And the reason why is that's going to help with that geolocation with that address and keywords in there as well. So this is kind of a sample. You can always go back to my page and just read some of the stuff. Literally, you can copy this into ChatGPT and say, I need to write one for Raleigh, North Carolina. Can you please copy it the same format as this and paste it in there, and it'll do it. But my title of the product is Homes for Sale in, and then whatever city name or neighborhood or community. You don't have to just stop at cities. If you have a popular neighborhood, maybe a new construction neighborhood, I'll tell you, here's a huge tip. Watch for every new construction neighborhood going up in your area before just when they just announced that they're starting to build, because I guarantee you there's not that much content out there. If you can get a YouTube video on it and you can get a blog post going on it, and then you can create a product and updates on your Google business profile, yours will rank above some of those builders because they don't put very much content out. They're relying on everybody else to do the job or their paid ads. So this is a great way to start ranking for a new search phrase or keywords that people are searching for, because as that neighborhood gets popular, you'll start to show up. So again, homes for sale in Richmond, Texas. And if you go look, I did this for every city. And when they click it, visit site, it's going to open my IDX website, and it's going to be the saved search result for homes in sale in Richmond, Texas. Okay. So here we go. It takes them right to the search result. Now I'm going to capture them in my CRM, because in order to look at more than one property, you have to register on my website. You can do this for homes for sale in that area, homes for sale under 500,000, luxury homes for sale, and you could have it go to a search result showing homes over $1 million. There are so many products you can add on this. Just go crazy with it. All you need is to create a template and then have the text that you're going to alter each time. And the great thing is about with ChatGPT is once you start doing this text, you can say, okay, now write me one for Katy, Texas, write me one for Sugar Land, Texas, and it'll follow that same format and that same conversation as well. Okay, so I know we're taking longer. Usually these are 30 minutes. So, all right, so you can go through and I'll show you all the products that I have, and we'll be adding more. And I don't want to add everything at one time. But so we got the homes for sale, as you see. I got homes for sale in Richmond, homes for sale in Sugar Land, homes for sale in Stafford, all that. And then down here we have buying a home, and then I'm going to add selling your home. But in buying a home, I can do search for homes for sale in Houston, search for homes for sale here. And so this is just a search. That's what people are going to look for. And then the buyer's guide. So if you have those buyer's guides, those seller's guides, this is a great place to put it because it's a free product. And this takes them to my landing page to download the free buyer's guide. And then you could do your seller's guide, first time home buyer's guide, whatever. It's another way to get that product out there. And then in here, you kind of just write about the process, about your goals, and what you can do. And then they can click that and download it. And then, like I said, some other product categories you could do are sold, selling your home, real estate resources, services. Again, it's the same thing. It's very easy to add a product. You just click add. You put in the product name. So if I said homes for sale in Fort Bend County, TX, okay? And then select category. So homes for sale. You want to add a category, you click it and just put the category, okay? But just make sure the category is a good keyword. It does not have to have the city in it. It wants to be a broad category. Because one thing that Google has gotten amazing about, especially for these people that know SEO back in the day, where they had to literally stuff the city and every other word in the sentence to kind of stuff those keywords where I almost didn't even read very good. Google now can quickly scan a page and figure out what area you're promoting, what the local SEO is. So you don't have to stuff it like you did before. So make sure your product category is just homes for sale, buying a home, selling your home, not homes for sale in Richmond, okay? Because then you're not going to have many products in that category. So pick your category. So we'll do homes for sale. There's no price. You don't have to put anything. It's optional. And then you just pick your photo. So if I came over here, we selected my photo. I've already got saved. So home. So this would be search for homes in Richmond. So do that one, buying a home. Search for homes for sale in Fort Bend, Texas. Then I'd write my product description. I would put my product landing page. So that would be probably the saved search result to your IDX website. And then you hit publish. And they don't publish right away, okay? It'll say, pending review. You'll see it up here. You can see I just added something recently. So it says my edit is live. So it's pretty quick. Usually in 5-10 minutes, it's live. And then you can see all your products. So you see view all, and then there's all of your products for sale. So do those as well. And then the last thing that I'm going to cover with you guys today that I think is super important is question and answers. This is huge because now one of the best things you could do for your blog, if you want to figure out questions, is go find some forums. And there's even some forums. I can't think of the one on top of my head. Neil Patel owns it now from Uber Suggest. But it was a pretty popular one where it's basically like ask the public. And you could go type a category like real estate. It will search the entire internet and find the most commonly asked questions, okay? You can go to your local realtor profiles that are popular in your area and see what questions people are asking them. And this gives you not only good real estate social media content, but this actually gives you great blog content, great video content, because this is what people are actually asking Google and trying to get an answer for. And now you can be the one to pop up for that. So you don't have to wait for people to ask a question. People can ask a question. You can ask a question and then go answer it. So like, how much are closing costs? Answer it, short paragraph. How much are inspection and appraisal fees? What is earnest money? Should I get pre-approved for searching for a home in Houston? How much should I budget for a down payment on a home in Houston, Texas? So again, I'm putting in, a little bit of the city. How long does the home buying process take? So go add all those frequently asked questions that you can find, that you can think of, and put them in there and answer them in a short paragraph. And again, ChatGPT can do all of this for you. You can even ask it for a list of frequently asked questions for real estate and then have it answer those as well. So this is a great way to not only show your experience and your knowledge of being a real estate agent, but it's allowing you to come up for those questions that people are looking for. And again, each one of these questions can turn into a quick reel, a quick YouTube short, or you can pull it out into a 5-minute YouTube video and put it out there. So this gives you also endless content. So that's the whole point of this Google Business Profile today, is you can take something that you're already doing and just put it in there. I guarantee you a lot of you aren't using the products feature. You're probably using the services, but you're not using the question and answer. And when I talk to a lot of my SEO clients, I ask them, when's the last time you updated your profile? Oh, when I opened it. What do you mean update it? Most people didn't know you could do updates. So make sure that you guys are doing the updates. Yes, it is answer the public. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions that you want to ask? Now's the time to do that while I'm still sharing the screen, and I'll watch over here for the chat. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, if you put your question down in the description below or in the comment section below, we will get those answered, or feel free to reach out to us. No, people do view them. People view them, but it's not like social media. This is more for the SEO content. This is more to get your page. When I search for a realtor in Houston, Texas, or buy a home in Houston, Texas, or whatever area you're ranking for, this is so that, one, you come up here. There's 3 areas on Google to rank. The ads at the top, which you have to be running ads for that. There's the actual organic search results, like here, my website's coming up, all of that. And then the third is the Google Maps section, okay? So we want to try ultimately to get into 2 of those, is because, this is the free section of it. So don't really stress out like, oh my gosh, are people going to read these? Google will know. AI is getting so good with detecting everything that if the content is well written, but just keep it conversational, keep it easy, make sure those keywords are there. Don't stress out over the pictures. They don't have to be done. You can literally just put a picture in here and maybe put yourself in the corner with, where you're cut out. So don't stress over that content. So yes and no. Somebody asked, as a team, do you and your spouse have separate Google business pages? For our actual real estate, like client business, we just do the one. We have separate social media profiles, and then we have one together where we kind of just tag it and it all goes to the joint one. And then we kind of build our brand separately. For the Google business, I didn't want too many pages floating out there. But if you are a part of a real estate team or you have one, I highly recommend too, you kind of segment yourself and do, because you can put the same stuff on there and just kind of reword it, because you don't want duplicate content, but you can have separate pages. Sometimes, people might click with me over him, and some people might click with him over me. So it is a good way, but since we kind of do equal, we just haven't done that for maintenance. But if you can maintain 2 separate accounts, that's 2 accounts that are competing for SEO. Why not? You can have one that's, for instance, here in Houston, all the suburbs. I can have one that Miguel could be Sugarland real estate, and I could be Houston real estate. So we could separate those and kind of dominate more than one area if you have the time and effort for that. But I would just keep them together for now, get that going first. You just want your name to be on there and focus on your name versus the business. Yes, YouTube, Google review can ask for a YouTube channel link. If you saw when I came over here under edit profile, you can do social profiles, and then you can put in your YouTube actual profile. So you can link your social media that way as well. Okay, so if you don't have a listing, there's a couple things you can do. One, in the products, we're not really putting a home for sale. So these homes for sale is this homes for sale in that area. Okay, so this again is a saved search result. So focus on those first, getting your areas, popular neighborhoods, and having custom search links. So just like when you're a client, you go to your IDX website and you search for the city, that long URL up there with all those parameters, you can copy that and put that in there as the link to go to the website link for the product. And that link will update every time because it already has the filters in there for that search result. But what you can do is maybe somebody in your brokerage has a listing, your broker, maybe a mentor you have has a listing to let you promote. You can post about that listing as well and get permission. But if you don't have listings, just post about the areas. And if you run out of areas, like I said, segment down to that neighborhood. We live in a neighborhood called Talavera. So I could put homes for sale in Talavera, homes for sale in Cinco Ranch, homes for sale in the Heights. You can get creative with that to do that. So I don't know if I understand that question. It says, do you actually upload a video or just a thumbnail, then link to the video? So if you're referring to my updates for my YouTube video, I just posted the thumbnail like this right here. This is just the thumbnail that I used on YouTube. So I uploaded that for the image. And then the learn more link is the actual link to the YouTube video. I hope that's what you were asking. All right, it says, I make a reel every single day, so that's what I'm wondering about, really. So if you are doing reels, watch, let's go and do an update. Because now I don't want to second guess. So with your reels, you can only do a photo, but you can link to that reel. If you go on your desktop, you could do learn more, write a description about the reel. And if you could find the reel on your desktop, you could link to that video. YouTube Shorts, easy because it comes up, but you could link directly to that reel. But what I would do, honestly, if you did a reel on remember, because this is not about video or social media, this is about text, right? So what I would do is take that reel and summarize it, okay, in ChatGPT. If it was 5 tips on buying a home or what is earnest money, have ChatGPT write you a paragraph, put that in there, and then I would do the call now button, because this is about the text and ranking for links. Does that make sense? No, that's okay. Don't worry about being unfamiliar about Google My Business. A lot of people aren't using this, so that's why I wanted to do this. When I did this a couple weeks ago in a training for a brokerage, is a lot of people aren't utilizing it. I wasn't utilizing this very much. I just relied on, kind of old-fashioned SEO. And as a realtor, and now with it, you kind of got to be in the area. When they search, it takes in factor the area that they're in. So if they're 30 minutes from me because they're searching, even though they're looking over here, I'm not necessarily going to show up. But with this added SEO plus the website SEO, you're really going to rank. So this is the whole point. So kind of dedicate yourself into adding at least a post a day, or minimum 3 posts a week. Slowly add your updates. The great thing about the update is you can link your Google business page to a social media scheduler like Buffer or Hootsuite. All right. Any other questions? Because I don't want to keep you guys. I want to be respectful of your time. But remember, basically optimize your profile. Make sure you're getting reviews. Everybody should get off this call. Go grab their review link. Remember, just click red reviews, get more reviews, copy this link, and go email 20 people or message your friends on DM and ask them to leave a basic review. Not something like, oh, they're great, 5 stars, but leave, Jacob is very knowledgeable in the real estate market in Houston, and he's, a reliable person to work with, trustworthy, highly recommend working with Jacob, whatever. Something natural. You don't want it to seem like it was spam, but have them go and do that. So one, that will help you. The second thing you should be doing is adding those products, like I said, and then start figuring out the updates. I guarantee you have social media content that you can summarize and update, especially if you're doing video. Go link all your YouTube videos in here as well, and then go add those question and answers. So there's plenty of stuff you can do. Don't try to do it all at once. Break it up where maybe you add a few products a day or a few products a week. You can go add 2 or 3 cities in there, and then go add 5 or 10 questions. Next week, come and do the same thing. So you're constantly updating and growing. That's where you're going to see success with this. If you try to do this all in 2 weeks and stop, you're not going to do anything. It's about that ongoing consistency, just like social media, just like YouTube, just like SEO. It's about the consistency of activity. All right. And again, if you're not with eXp Realty and you want more training like this, go ahead and go to FridayConnect.net. There is a partner with us button where we can talk with you. If you need help with marketing, even beyond this, maybe you just don't want to do this for yourself, we do have a full service marketing company and our team can help you with that. If you have any questions, just reach out to me. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave them in the comments below. Make sure you go register for next week. Next week will actually be a really good one. Is we're going to be talking about social media and kind of 6 reasons why you're not generating and converting leads from social media. And this is going to be more of a live workshop where you can actually ask questions in real time based on what we're talking about. So if you have a problem, bring it. We'd love to answer it for you, Tharmila and I. So go register for that because seats are limited with this live platform. And then again, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find that on FridayConnect.net as well, and get over to our YouTube channel so you can see all of our past trainings as well. Again, if you have questions, just reach out to me. I thank all of you guys for coming and tuning in, and I hope this helps you grow your real estate business. So I will see you guys next week.